Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Younger Bro.
And today we continue in the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, where Sonic now has been murdered. So,
yeah.
Ready to mosey down to the next car? You got it, partner. Onward!
A library car.
Mm-hmm. The best car. The library car.
Where's the Hunger Games?
All this stuff's getting... Well, I'll tell you what is here. The hang in there poster. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need.
Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful.
Already, before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents.
My presents. You both are so sweet. Thank you.
Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Want to join us in finding clues?
Flattered, but at the pace you two are going, Sonic's murder will never be found.
Oh, she's confident. She must have something up her sleeve.
This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you. And quick.
But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked.
Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key.
Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key.
Of course, it's a birthday privilege.
I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye!
Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough.
Now, what are you all doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say.
Well, I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, making sure things go well.
Things aren't going great.
Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides that.
Besides murder?
My social skills, non-existent.
I'm Vector the Butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat.
Yeah, I believe that you handle raw meat all the time. And I'm Espio, the poet, the raw meat. Ah, poetry, a resonant message from poet to reader, meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of poses.
To be or not to be.
Can I hear some? Sure. My fucking note card didn't give me poetry. Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la, dee 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 dee.
That's a song. What was that?
I have more if you'd like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Gadget and I are here to establish both your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car?
Oh, sure, simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. We were all sent off. Rogue, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through the library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay.
I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car.
Yep.
Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup in the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure stand over there. But she left to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She obviously been on the hunt for something.
I wonder what she sounded.
Yeah.
She's...
yeah, you know what
she sounded like a bat out of water.
Yeah, you know what she found? She found a fucking thing to steal is what she found.
She found love.
Well, yeah, then she left then she left the saloon car. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car, locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Well,
Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. It's probably like one of his jobs.
Well, he is the locksmith.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, probably one of his jobs is he has to lock all the doors.
He insisted on showing us about Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car.
You know, I don't know if we have Super Monkey Ball on our list.
Oh, sorry, I gave him Shadow's voice.
Yeah.
I guess we walked through the library car to this casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed.
When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car.
That's when the train sped up. We was worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right.
We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just going to peek around and we'll return with any questions.
If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you.
And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibis seem solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely!
He was actually working on his poems.
A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really needed to see this. This little chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There is no way that much thought was put into this poster, right?
You do not know the power Hang in There has.
Oh, brochures! There are travel destination ideas here, like an amusement park, caverns, hotels, restaurants, Spagonia. Gadget, look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Should we take this brochure about a cave, too? Look, stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up, but Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Oh, there is more that way. Okay. Well, there's nothing else on this side we have not touched, so, except the door. So,
I like how there's a second level.
oh, yeah, of course.
Big library car.
Oh, poor thing. The arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing there. I really thought there'd be something there. Gadget, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm all right. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Gadget, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment?
My feelings.
Let's take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are pretty comfy. So plush. Chairs? Plush? Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes for a bit. Gadget, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time.
This has happened before?
A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either.
I remember this one time all the continents got pulled up from the core.
Well, we're about to talk about that. Ah, sounds perfect for vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia if you've ever been there. I have actually. If you're ever visiting, Be sure to stop at the university and say hi to
There
Professor
it is,
Pickle.
Professor Pickle.
He'll tell you everything
This
about the
is
area.
Sonic Unleashed.
And makes one scrumptious sandwich. No, I was not joking. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they?
This is
course.
Sonic Unleashed 2.
Well, it's not Sonic Unleashed 2, but it is clearly. In fact, I'm pretty sure that picture right there is the professor.
It is.
So,
That is Professor
yeah.
Pixels right there.
Like, absolute. Okay, so
Reference.
we're not
Here's a
talking to
reference.
him. We're not talking
Reference.
to him. We've done everything else except this book, this shelf.
Yep.
So let's start with the shelf. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me. No time to rest. All right, let's move then.
No.
Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt.
No.
He's
Hunger
scavenging
Games.
through all the books excitedly. It's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out of on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order but this one. The Mirage Express Manual. It's the user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. You think someone found it and put it on the ground? Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but this is interesting. Let's make a note of this. Okay. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. This reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong.
Well, they did say they were locked in here and they were trying to get out, so it wouldn't surprise me if they read the
They read a
manual.
book to fucking break out. Can I look at the book?
Yep.
No.
You only get picture.
Yep. Okay. Let's talk to each one
He's
of them.
listening to some beats. Did you bring back any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train.
You actually tried to bring a knife on the train?
I'm a man of authenticity. Tails, without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup station apron, not a butcher.
Stained. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer.
Yeah, but what if I hid the knife?
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought.
Can I take your order? Oh, yes, please. I'm starved.
Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important.
Then why would you show the menu to me?
Come on, Gadget. Why would you tease him like that?
And here I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me.
Look, Gadget, you made him a fool. Come on, Gadget. Smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah!
Yeah.
I smoothed things over, but at what cost?
But at what cost?
Okay. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace, so my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read it too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? Trains. Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh, wait. There's my lotion. Thanks. Also, look, the chow. All the chows holding open the curtains.
Yeah, I noticed.
Love
before.
the chow. I actually really like that one. Huh? Can I take your order? I have a poem about this. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignore the grumbling tummy. For eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for my eggs sunny. Oh, wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train, though. My talent was wasted on you, Rocky.
That's good. That's good. We have to interrogate them.
I want to see if since he talked about eggs, if it would now let me pick that up, but no. Okay, let's start here. I don't think we have enough evidence yet.
What? Maybe we interrogate this guy first.
There's
What?
nothing else to look at. Let's try again. Oh, I forgot this one. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going to the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked the door on his way out. Gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate. Okay. So we needed to click on the door this time.
Goodness. So the two of you don't believe us, eh?
We didn't say that.
Yeah, we didn't say that.
We explicitly
Why are we
did not say
interrogating
that.
you?
It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Gadget and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car.
Fair
Vector,
enough.
Vector, we'll start with you. Why'd you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need.
Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What?
I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Besides, I literally live with him, so, like, at this point, there isn't much I could talk about.
Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out.
This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car?
Of course he was. Once SBO starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen.
It must have been a good read. What book was it?
SBO doesn't owe you. That detective let the man live. What if it was embarrassing?
What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what the book might be. Gadget, could you help me out? What do we think Espio was reading? Well, there was only one fucking book that was out of place. ...
Manual? You think SBO is reading instructions? I mean, yeah. What argument could you possibly have to support this?
Think.
You need to think so hard by playing Game Gear. Like, so much thinking is happening right now. It's unbelievable how much thinking you're doing. This is the thinking beyond all thinking.
So for anyone wondering how I'm playing this, by the way, I'm currently crisscrossing my hands because I'm using the arrow keys to move and the spacebar to jump. I could just use WASD. I'm not. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio.
Huh. Hey now, I won't have you insult my pal like that.
Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself.
Apologies, SBO.
A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Gadget, if you don't mind.
Rim.
Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Page 362. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Now, this is one of the details that is fundamentally interesting to me, and I don't remember if the game answers it. So they talk about the fact that Vector couldn't bring his knife on board that was a prop. Now, it was literally a knife, so that makes sense. But then they go on in detail to say the robotic arms detect weapons fundamentally when you enter the train, and you cannot bring any weapons on the train. How is Amy's Pico hammer not a weapon? In
It's
what
a tool.
fucking universe?
It's just a very big tool, but it is a tool.
A butcher's knife is a tool. They're both weapons in this context.
It's less concerning.
I guess. Seems like Espio aced that question. Gadget, hit him with another one. Okay, which do I choose? These are actually random. 89. What's the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. The person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Gadget. See if Espio can go 3 for 3. What page should I pick? 56. What was implemented to support the conductor's duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present.
The conductor is a robot.
No. Now, did I pass your test? Yes. Totally. It's wild you're able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. These answers feel far too specific to be guessing.
And you both have the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be one folk who read?
You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all the questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading, after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate, despite it being the truth. You definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Gadget. He always puts me on the spot. We have a piece of evidence linked to someone who saw Espio reading.
Rouge. And Shadow.
Yeah.
So probably Shadow.
I was gonna say that, yeah, there's multiple people. Shadow's luck? Please pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're up, Gadget. Let's let our argument hold together.
50 rings. Which one of these is a wedding ring? Remember to jump.
Yeah, some of these are actually like ultra tight ring-wise, so I think this might be one of them. How'd I get none of the rings there? Oop, shoot. 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 I just really wanted to not hit this.
Just jump.
Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine.
Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the easy high... It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. We could probably ask Croc
Yeah,
and he
I'll
could
ask
confirm
him.
that.
Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentioned that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated, reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book, and I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, as a ninja, I seriously doubt that. I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock up all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how could Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors, and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Gadget. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You've got to believe me. The cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved in my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or was he somehow... Did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Join Tails.
Join Tails.
I can't interrupt Tails when he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning, and...
Gadget, my favorite and beloved employee, please protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken
They're
care
both
of.
passengers!
If you fail, the lawsuits will be tremendous.
Torturous.
Torturous. Don't allow, both are bad. Don't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued.
He did not say this! I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. All right, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another?
The layout of the library.
Probably.
There's also a second floor.
Yeah, but where would he have been? See, if he walked through this way, where could he have been that he wouldn't have been noticed?
There's a shelf and a chair right there. In the middle.
I think this is the desk.
Not that one.
This one.
So, to your left, that one.
Oh, this?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, now let's get my thoughts in order. Only got one of the inner rings, which is not good.
You can probably jump over that. That's just a scythe being thrown at you. Not a scythe,
Oh, you can, but it is not free by any means.
Nope, you just gotta time it right. Jesus.
We made it. Somehow. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow not to see him? Interesting. That's where I was reading my book.
I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot.
That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I feel like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end.
Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy.
Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our clue to leave. See you later, Vector and
Our
Espio.
clue. Give him heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word.
I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murder is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick, tick, tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling really confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Gadget, let's see what's next. Coming.
Inspector Gadget.
You sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? The mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues.
Let's play some poker.
There's, yeah, the chow
is trying
guard.
to get some money.
All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Rouge, there you are. We have a lot to say to you. We visited every train car so far, and everyone said they've seen you wandering about. It's high time you told us why.
My, talk about the end of the video.
Yeah.
Talk about warm welcome, quick to the point, aren't you, darling?
Well, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. We'll come back next time and continue on in the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Until then, the future is very uncertain. What is certain is you guys are awesome, and there'll be more Two Bros Game Night tomorrow. See you then.
Goodbye.